So, hello and welcome to In the Process podcast. My name is Roman Martinez, and here today with me is Pablo Motta.
Yes, that's correct.
So, I'm back in town, back in my hometown, El Paso, Texas. And how I said in the last episode, we're doing more on-site, person-to-person, now that it's almost post-COVID, with audience. No, not with audience, with new guests. So, hi Pablo, how are you doing today?
Hello, Roman. I'm glad to hear you, brother. I want to thank you to invite me to your podcast, and I want to say hi to your audience.
Okay, thank you.
I'm very good.
And that's good. And today's a Thursday night. We're chilling. We're trying to be more, now that we're in person, interacting. We have a few beers.
Yeah.
So tell us about you, Pablo.
Currently, I'm working. My full-time job is as an estimator. My bachelor's is in civil engineer. I'm from Chihuahua, Mexico. And my full-time job, as I'm saying, is civil engineer, but also I'm mixing my responsibilities with my other all-interest job, that is music industry.
Nice.
So we're mixing that.
Nice. How I told you earlier today, I was having some trouble. Not trouble, but I was thinking what can I ask him? And now that you brought that up, on my band, and I'm like, oh, that's true. He has a band, and I've seen your Instagram post. It looks really cool. I want to honestly say if it's your style, because it's like heavy metal. Or what genre is it?
The genre that we play in the band is called power metal, or it's like a European style metal. So it's very melodic in the vocals, but also it's very strong on the music and instruments. So that's the type of music that we play.
Nice. So before we start talking about that, do you call it a side hustle or a hobby, being in the band?
No, for me it's more than a hobby, because there's a lot of investment on time and money and resources that, is very important to me. So.
Okay. So before we jump into that part of your life, talk about where you graduated, how you got this job that you have as a evaluator, right?
It's estimator.
Estimator. Sorry. So talk about that, and then we'll jump to that music part of it.
Okay, so I've been working in engineering, civil engineering, for 4 years, and after a few years, I had a contact here with a company, and I get this opportunity to jump into United States as a estimator. Technically, an estimator is the person who make the project in a virtual way. It's like a bidding is the process that every governmental project is choosing his companies to perform the requirements for the highways, bridges, and electrical developments. And it's really good for me because I'm feeling really good just to collaborate with the community in the development of infrastructure. So that's the main part of my job.
Okay. That sounds really interesting, honestly. So in my understanding, you were working in Chihuahua and you got
yes, I jumped in a year and a half ago.
Nice. And how are you liking El Paso?
When I just arrived here, there's been the pandemic, so when I jumped here, everything was closed, and I had to wait 10 months or 12 months. But my family is good. Everyone in my family is good. So I have to be really happy for that. No, I'm no lost nothing. No, my family are not nothing. And for me, it was really good because I went to the office almost every day. So. Because I have the office only for me, so and also I live alone, so that was my pandemic. So, but also I think I learned a lot of things. I wasn't a very spiritual person before the pandemic, but it requires me to get a different mindset just to have everything by my own and with my mindset and with my activities, with all the shutdown. Yeah, that's all. How about you?
When I got here into El Paso, or how did I go with the
With
pandemic?
the pandemic, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I think a lot of people went, like, they discovered more of their spiritual side with the pandemic, being alone.
Yeah.
I did good. Honestly, like, the pandemic made me create this podcast, like how we talked before. Just because I was kind of lost, I graduated college during the pandemic, which was a bummer, and I didn't have my graduation. I had like a job aligned for July, and they pushed my start date for October, which was another bummer. I was supposed to move to Dallas I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was supposed to move to Dallas that summer. And I mean, it moved everything. They told me, don't move yet. You don't have to move. Fortunately, I was with my family. And as well, they did not get sick or anything. And I was really happy about that. But a lot of things happened that I was like, everything that they tell you, like, oh, you're going to start your own job, you're going to live alone. Everything for me was like on hold.
Yeah.
So it was kind of tough, getting used to that idea. But I got really in touch with my spiritual side, more like, and I say in a philosophy sense, trying to learn what I wanted to do outside, like, from work. And so, yeah, it was also like a learning transition.
For me, it was more like getting to meditation. I was really skeptic about that, but I think we all experience. We all have and spiritual experiences in very different contexts. For me, it could be the music. For someone who is running or jogging, is like there's a point when your body and your mind are really connected and you go forward with that. Yeah. So I think that's the lesson that I learned during the pandemic.
Yeah. So now that we're talking about what we did in the pandemic, did you, outside like of meditating and trying to like this whole transition that you went through, did you do like music stuff during the pandemic? Was it hard?
We were preparing our album that we just released like a week ago, and it's very difficult because with the pandemic we can go a tour, you can go to a festival. Just to comment, we get canceled from a festival in Monterrey, Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we had a tour of in 5 countries in Europe, and also get canceled. So yeah, we are waiting on that to be reprogrammed. And but I think for everyone who creates content, it was a very difficult time because let's talk about a DJ.
Yeah.
You had to have your music playing around in clubs and everything. It's pretty the same for me, but with festivals and gigs around.
Yeah, it's more as of a personal engagement than and I totally get that. I mean, first of all, I'm so sorry that you had that 5-country tour in Europe was like it went under. But I want to imagine that they're gonna try to reestablish it.
Yeah, we're gonna reschedule on the next year.
Okay, good.
We're hoping that.
No, I mean, it's always good to like travel abroad. So I really hope you get that opportunity.
Yeah.
So okay, so now that we talked about how you got here to El Paso, to the United States, what you do, let's talk about your music. So what's the name of your band?
My name is called Ancestry, and as I was telling you, we just released an album that is called Transitions. You can search it on Spotify. We are in every platform, also in Instagram and also on Facebook as Ancestry.
Yeah.
So we just released that album, and it was really important for me because we had a featuring with personally, it's like my favorite singer from our genre that is called Sonata Arctica. Is the band where he is. Sorry.
Yeah.
And his name is Tony Kako. And we had that featuring, and also we released a music video with him. It was really interesting that we could make that opportunity happen. So we, I think we are breaking the I don't know the standard for a Mexican band that could do a featuring with someone with Europe.
Okay. So that's really exciting, honestly. So tell us, like, how did the band come to fruition? Like, because how you said it's a Mexican-based band, right?
Yeah.
Is it in Spanish or is it in English?
It's in English.
It's in English. Okay. Yeah. So, but all your members are from Mexico.
From Mexico. There's a member that is called Eduardo Tabasi. He's from Coahuila, Torreón, Coahuila. But it's interesting that you bring this to the table because in every professional band, I think there's bands that all members live in different cities or different countries. And for us, it's like I'm here in the United States, and the other guys are they're in Chihuahua, and the other guy is in Coahuila, right?
Yeah.
We have a process that is called sequences and metronome, which is like if I'm playing, jamming the songs here in my house, and everyone is like into the same tempo, and used to bring everything together live. The drummer has like just an interface like this one, and he has the tempo, and if everyone is following the drummer, everything it seems on the same group. So that's the way that we're working. And also with music production, we record in every different formats, like BSTs, and also we send tracks to see. I have this idea, and the other guy, Luis, is my other friend. He's like, hey, listen to this, and we're always working. Even when we are far, so we are always working.
Okay.
With on internet, sending everything.
Okay. So for me, it sounds like it's a lot of like remote work right now.
For everyone, I think.
For everyone. Before you left Chihuahua, you left Chihuahua, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you left Chihuahua, was it more in person? Does everybody live like in the same area, or are they like scattered?
I've been working as performing as an engineer. I've been I think my local city was Chihuahua, but I was always in other city like Monterrey, like Sonora, and every other state. So there's like before the pandemic, we had that mode of work. Yeah.
Okay.
Remote work.
Oh, so everything has been remote kind of since the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, like with the pandemic, you were like,
it was the same, but only the gigs was get canceled, so that was the only difference. But everything was remote.
Okay. So that's honestly, this is the first time that I've heard like a band like actual band, not like a like a DJ or whatever. Yeah. Like this is the first time that I heard that they work remotely and they have like established an album remotely. That's really interesting because like traditional bands like Green Day,
we're gonna jam every day.
They go to the studio, they jam, and in my head I never thought like, oh, you can do it remotely. Yeah. But how you said like with the internet, everything's so like easy, like simple. So what type of equipment do you use to do everything remotely?
Okay, everyone has their laptops, of course, and also we need an interface. For me, I have an Scarlett interface, and we are sending everything. It could be through BSTs, that is like the essence of the music, and you can transfer that information into a real instruments like drums and everything. And also, I think that's all. Just an interface and a recording program, and that's all.
Wow. That sounds really simple. That sounds really like...
but when you take, let's say that I sent to you a guitar track, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the key of the song of the melody or the melody, and also the beat or the tempo, and you can put it into the grid. The grid is like the micro fractions of the time that the music is running, and also you can put that onto the grid, and you can record something on the top of that, and that's how you can create like yeah.
So so that sounds like it's a contribution basically. It's not like, okay, I do my part and then I send it and then they.
Yeah, we're. I think we have the other members of the band they have a lot of capacity in everything. They produce music. They are really good musicians. We are really good programmers with every tool of. Every piece of equipment in their laptops, sorry, and they are pretty good. So I think we are on the same level. So we have this understanding to work remotely.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so with this that you're telling me, like everybody works remotely, I want to imagine. First of all, do you guys make your own album like? Do you have like a music engineer? That's my question. Do you have like a main music engineer, like exterior, or does everything is made on the house?
I think the person who is like in charge of that is a friend that is called Luis Monge, and he's like a music producer and slash audio engineer and slash video producer. He's crazy. He knows a lot about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think you just bring this to the table, and I want to make a comment on that. When you are creating something, we have to understand that we need to have this intersectionality between disciplines.
Yeah.
Let's say as I am a musician, and also I need to be able to do my own marketing stuff and also my own video producing stuff.
Yeah.
Just because the demanding of the market now is like you have to show a product on the how can I say in the and you have to compete with persons that have all this infrastructural of these people around working, and you have to compete with them. So you are bringing your product to, let's say, Spotify. As you're working on your podcast, you have to invest in microphones, you have to invest in interface, and also you have to edit your own videos and cut your videos, and just to be on the same level as the other content that is out there.
Okay, so basically, like, you guys have to do basically everything.
Yeah.
So, and how you said, like, everybody has like different kind of like disciplines. It makes up to not having like, I don't know the name of it, of like a record label. Like everybody has like different type of skills that makes up not having like a record label, basically.
Okay. That's an interesting topic to talk about, because from now everyone thinks that a record label is like in the 80s, that hey I'm gonna give you a millionaire contract and hey, let's go to Los Angeles and record a CD. No, but at this point I think record labels work more like used to distribute the material, and that's everything. There's a lot of independent projects going on. Most of the artists that we are considering that are on the top of every industry, they start like an independent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, then that basically erases. Well, what I knew about how like music production and music distribution was like, because like, the only knowledge that I have is like from Drake and Josh from the show. Like, oh, you're a musician, and then you get like signed by a label, and everything is like handled by them. Yeah. But now everything's like different.
Yeah, I think it's the same, but it's separate. When we are performing live, we have like this house engineer that he's in charge of make a song good on every venue, and also we have a booking agent.
Yeah.
Basically, what a booking agent does is like to talk with every promoter of every city or every club and put everything together. The things that we need, the fee that we're gonna charge them for play for them and everything.
Okay.
I think everything is like separated now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And music-wise, everything's handled by you guys, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. None, like nothing exterior or anything.
I think only the booking and the dates. Just like the tour from Europe that we're gonna play on the next year. That's there's a person in charge of that.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I want to dive in more into like how you got into like the band or how the band started. Sorry. So how did you specifically get into like music?
Okay, I was thinking about that in the morning. My father was fixing his car, and I was like 11 years old, and he was playing Guns N' Roses there, and I was like, I always been more into sports than in music or art, but at that point, I think I hear that band, and for me was like, who are those that are playing that? And he showed me some videos, and for me it was like, oh god, they are like superheroes. And I grow up and I get my first guitar, and I was like, I think every person that has a creativity thing going on, it's like it's very reflective to your mindset or your life. And for me, I was more like an angry kid at that point, and for me the music was the main expression, the main way to express my emotions under. But I never been into covers. For me, it was better to improvise or to create or compose music. And I think I've been looking for other persons that had my vision. As I tell you, with the interdiscipline mindset and everything. And this is the first time that I got that.
Okay. And I never asked you this. So you play the guitar?
Yeah,
right?
I play the guitar. Yeah.
And what
for this band?
Okay. And what do you know? Like other instruments?
I know a little bit about bass. There's a funny fact there, because when I know these guys, they needed a bass player. And I didn't know how to play the bass, but I was like, I know how to play bass. And we got a gig with a band from England that is called Deep Purple, and that was my first gig with them and playing the bass. And after a year, I think the other guitar player left the band, and they invited me to jump into the bass to guitar.
Okay. And when did you start like playing guitar?
I think it was like at 12 years. I think.
So right after that, like when you find out about Guns N' Roses.
But I think being into music at this level, I think I only have like 4 years. Like 4 years ago that I'm taking more seriously everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And was that like this is a good transition to my next question. So was that like during college, or was it
it was during college actually. But it was really interesting because as I were telling you, I was the angry kid from the class, and everyone, it was like they were thinking more into engineering and in companies and everything, and I was like I'm gonna blend these disciplines. But I think I'm doing it really good, because the thing that I understand between me and another person that has his life into music is you have to do a lot of investment. Just to give you an example, there's guitars that are in the market for like $1,500.
Yeah.
So you have to, you need to have a solid income to make your invest. Yeah.
Okay. So with this that you're saying that you have to have like a solid income, that drive you to like keep going as an engineer?
Yeah.
Or was it like, because like most like artists usually go like, oh no, like I'm gonna drop everything and I'm gonna like try my best as like a guitar player or whatever. But I want to imagine that you took the more logical, like, okay, I'm gonna finish up as an engineer, I'm gonna get this income, and I know it's expensive to be like a music player.
Yeah.
So that's the route that you kind of took.
Yeah, that was my way, and I think I'm doing great. Because for the at this moment, if we have to do an investment for a new camera, or we have to travel to another country, I could
like
do
you
it.
have the sources to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you recommend people to do that? Would you recommend to be like, okay, like make sure you have like a solid income in some way, but don't
it's
forget.
really difficult because we're touching a very
touchy subject.
Yeah, because for I think there's people that really has the talent to I don't know, at 12 years old break the internet with their talent and everything, and I don't want to take out that motivation from everybody, but at this moment I think we have to know this, and I want to bring this to the table.
Okay.
We have to deliver a product on the same quality as the other. Let me give you an example. We are a band from Mexico.
Yeah.
And we have to compete on Spotify with bands that, like Rammstein.
Yeah.
Used to take an example, and they are on top of everything, and production and mixing and mastering and video recordings. And if you want to, it's about delivering.
Yeah.
If you want to release something with that quality, you have to invest. And for me, to have a solid income gives me the opportunity to make that investment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that honestly.
What do you think about that? You are mixing your full-time job with this podcast, right?
So I totally agree. I think it's a good idea to take it to perspective whenever you're doing like something as big and as creative as this, because as there is a lot of money within anything artistic or music production or anything that has to do with art. It, how you said, it takes a lot of investing. It takes a lot of like money and time. So I feel that it's important to have something like at least money to like not struggle, because if you have money, I mean, you have the time, you can find the time to like, you know, like just give in. And having money is more comfortable than not having the money but having all the time in the world, because I mean, you have to eat, you have to live somewhere, you have to the recording equipment or equipment that you're going to use has to be good so you can express or like show your talent.
Yes.
So I think that's a really like a good logical way of doing things, better than the usual approach like you see in movies, like, oh, I dropped everything and went to LA and tried to become an artist. When
that's not happening anymore.
It's like right now in 2021, like a lot of people are like in Los Angeles and they're coming to Austin.
And with technology, we can make something with a really good quality.
Yeah.
Just in our homes, right?
Yeah. And I feel that you guys are, like how you said, like you are trying to, you have the talent, you have the band, but the thing that you're working on my understanding, is the quality of it, trying to make it sound as professional.
Yeah, because in the music industry, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're good.
Let's say we have to release a music video for every song.
Yeah.
We have to upload everything on digital platforms.
Yeah.
And in the best quality as we can.
Yeah.
So we have to show your product finished. And after that, let's see what happened there. Let's see what happened with the people and with the our listeners or consumers, because we are a product.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and especially right now, because like everything, as you said, like because everything's done on the house on you guys. You guys basically do everything. Right now, to get that exposure, you have to have like the music ready. You have to have like content, like videos or like stuff like that.
And I think for the organic music is really difficult because it's really hard sometimes to do a music video for every song, and also let's talk about the album that we just released. It has like 10 songs. It has like 10 songs, and most of the albums has from 10 to 12 songs. Let's say you have a music video for each song, which is really difficult. Okay, so you're gonna have content for every month per year, so you have to be able to release an album almost every year. And what happened with the other days, you have to create more content for every day of the month. So you could make like playthroughs. You could do like photo shoots and everything. But I think it's really difficult to get that to be on trending every week or every day like other creative contents.
And so I wanted to ask you about this. Do you think with your band and with content out now that it's like 30 seconds to a minute and it's like whatever hits, has that been difficult for you guys to create content to like hit and remain?
Not to create content, but I think it's really difficult. Let's say not talking about my band. Let's say that you are you are Taylor Swift, okay? In my example, you are Taylor Swift, and you're gonna release a new album, and you have millions of dollars invested in marketing. But that day, there's a new meme on Facebook, and you have your millions marketing on Facebook and your advertisement running everywhere. And there's other things. We are not competing with music industry anymore. We are competing with memes. We are competing with other trending topics. We are competing with movies. Basically, we are competing with the attention of the people on social media. That's the difficult thing there, because we can control that. There's an example that I want to bring to the table. So Lady Gaga released an album on the last year, and in the same week of Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Oh, and that topic, I think it was on every part of the internet for like a month, and there's been $1 million invested on that advertisement, and everything's gone. And I think that release was a really failure.
Okay. I see. Yeah, because and I asked this because as a growing band and trying to get big, I would imagine like you're competing with other bands, but that makes a lot of more sense. Like you're competing with everybody else that's making content, because like right now, before everybody was like was staying in their own lane. Like if I was a singer, I was a singer, and I was like only a singer, and that was my niche or my road. But now everything's like up for
just
grabs.
out there. It's a sea of content. We have to compete with everybody.
So right now, do you think are you guys feeling like pressured, or do you guys are you trying to go with the flow and trying to get something out there?
We're trying to be how can I say flexible with our content, and try to understand the requirements of the social media in every aspect. Let's talk about TikTok. There's a lot of music music, a lot of people in music industry that are jumping into TikTok, but it's really difficult because in TikTok, and it's a really interesting topic because music in TikTok is just to have like 20 seconds and get viral and get like a challenge with that. And I know that there are songwriters that are thinking, how can I write a song just to have like that 20 seconds of engagement and to the people to create a new challenge and get viral with that. It's really difficult. I don't know. I think we have to take as consumers. We have to take the art more seriously, not just an entertainment. And I think at this moment we are in a difficult time for art. I think for everybody.
Okay. I agree. Because like now anything can get viral and can get viral just by being like or silly or like
it could be
funny.
A really dumb thing. But let me say something about it. When you hit the sweet spot between creativity and viralism, how can you say that? There's moments like the Fleetwood Mac guy with the ocean spray and the skating. There's a few moments of trending that are really, really funny. But I think I want to give you a question. I think let's say, how can I say it? What do you think the art brings to the humanity nowadays?
Nowadays,
that's
actually a really hard question. I mean,
do you think it's important?
I do believe it's important. I do honestly believe it's really important because, in my idea of art, there's first of all, I think it's like anybody can make art. It's up for grabs for anybody. It is totally subjective, but that I believe that's conditional with how things are. Like people look at art as an object to sell more than of like taking it in. And now with everybody trying to monetize everything, like art gets lost like completely. So I feel that we're really disconnected from like art completely. Everybody's like, oh, the Monets, oh, like Mona Lisa, oh, Beethoven, or like the classicals. But to actually find like art,
something new,
something new that you say this is art, it's really hard
because we are thinking of ourselves like a product or like a brand. Everything is for selling, even our hours, even our lives, even our social media. But I think it's really important because art always being the mirror of the humanity. And it has a really powerful thing that I think it could show to the world some things that nobody wants to see. Not everything is good in every time. And it has the capacity to give us a really good critic of our own lives. So I think we have to take the art in a very serious way because and also I don't want to talk about demonize the art or demonize the commercial content. I want to talk about mixing those parts because we can make a product that could be attractive to your consumers and also give them like a new meaning or something. Have and really have something to say to the people.
Instead of like and on like piggybacking on that you're saying, is I believe that now art is just everything looks like really happy, really like, like up and everything. When art is like, it's both like feeling happy and everything and feeling sad. And like I see art now, or like things that are like good, they're all the same. Like, oh, like it makes you feel good, but like how about art that makes you feel bad, or like
there's
like mirrors your feelings? And that's, and like going on what you're saying, like it has to be like a mixture. Like don't be afraid to show like the bad stuff, like because it's gonna resonate with somebody. It's gonna sell basically with somebody because they resonate with that person.
Yeah, because we have all that spectrum of emotions, the sadness. We have this really rough relationship with the death, with the war, with politics and everything, and we have to express ourselves.
Yeah.
Because at this moment, I think we are in a really cold system that we are only changing necessities. Let's say that we are. I give you my time as a system, you as a system, and I'm like an element of that system.
Yeah.
And you give me the right of how can I say, of to have cover all my necessities, my basic necessities, like food, like house and mobility and healthy and everything. But I think there's more than that in the humanity, just like art.
Yeah, I mean, art is always going to be important because it drives creativity, it drives like communicating like your emotions. Right now, I feel that our generation and everybody in Instagram is like, you have to be more in touch with your emotions, like like the whole meditation, like basically like interpret what you're feeling, why you're feeling it. And I think that's good, but I want to believe, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably because of the lack of art, because you don't like see it, like you don't see something that makes you say that, oh, I'm feeling that. Like I see like a painting or I hear a song, this is what it makes me feel, and you kind of like, it's easier to communicate that to like the world.
I think it's not the lack of art, because I think the art is out there for us, but we are choosing entertainment. We are choosing the commercial things.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
That's what we're choosing for.
Yeah.
Let's take an example. Let's say that a French director is doing the movie of his life, and it's released the same week as Fast and Furious 35, I don't know, versus Transformers Out of Space or something. We have to compete with that, and we are customers. We get reflected on the things that we are consuming. So we have to consume more art.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Then that's something that I thought about before. Like I've seen actually that. I mean, right now, Fast and Furious, I think, came out a few weeks ago. And I have not heard about any other movie, because Fast and Furious is the top one.
And I like to go to the movies really often, but I mean, like, what's in the movies? Every room of the movie theater is showing Fast and Furious since 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock p.m.
But like this is something that I've talked with another friend, that because it makes you not think, and like, more artistic movies make you think, make you like get a grasp of your life and everything.
And nowadays, I think we are avoiding reality and avoiding like other feelings or stress.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that I was thinking days ago.
Mm-hmm.
The capacity of have our attention in something. I've been thinking in me like 2 or 3 years ago. I could be seeing a YouTube video for like 30 minutes. There was actually YouTube videos that of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was able to see the complete 30 minutes. And then the advertisement of YouTube jump in and they are like, okay, I'm gonna show you an advertisement, just one for every 30-minute video.
Yeah.
And after that, I remember that Facebook came out with videos, and it was like 5 minutes, 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and I get this addiction to Facebook and see just videos of 5 minutes. And I think it's more than an capitalism or advertisement or marketing thing.
Yeah.
That how they say it. I think they say it. They are into a table with our executives, and they say that how can we show to the people more commercials?
Yeah.
And they are like, okay, let's cut all the content to 5 minutes to 1 minute. And we can show you, because when I get interrupted in a video of 30 minutes one time, I get pissed off. But when I get interrupted on a video, I'm scrolling on Facebook and looking at the videos, and there's an advertisement almost every video. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
But we are in the opposite side with TikTok.
Yeah.
With our attention, we only can put attention or something like 30 seconds, and that's for the advertisement.
Yeah.
And they divide our attention in frames of 30 seconds just to show you more commercials. And I think we are just to get this argument to the movies. I think the people don't want to think, because they can get the attention on something more than 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's really sad, and it's really dangerous. But I think our social media, it's growing so fast that the government and the legislation or attorneys they don't even know how to stop that. Yeah, because there's new politics on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever that they are thinking more about engagement, and I think it's not healthy to the people.
Well, yeah, because like I mean, every time our attention span is going lower and lower
and lower. Actually, there's I think there's a series out there that has episodes of 5 minutes on Amazon.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
I would need to look that up, because like personally, like I do watch YouTube a lot, and like I can go through like a like an hour video, but like a podcast or something like that, but it has to like keep me like hooked to like keep watching it. But I mean, I watch TikTok probably in the daily, and it's like so easy just to like 10 seconds
and keep scrolling and and you lost like 4 hours of your life.
And that's the thing, you lose so much time because it's so like so short and engaging. I mean, at this point, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. That I mean, our attention span right now is like 30 seconds, and it's gonna end up like.
But
that.
I think the podcast is a really good answer for that on the market, because there's some podcasts like it lasts like an hour and a half, and actually I listened to a podcast that is called Mi Gala, and they last like 5 hours, and I listen to them when I'm driving and everything, and
but you're still engaged.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have another question for you that we discussed this before.
Okay.
We started. So on now that we're talking about creativity and attention span and all that, creatively wise, how does like being an engineer like contribute to like that creativity? How do you use like creativity as an engineer?
That's a really good point, because this could be for everybody that is listening to this. And I want to say this: when you are doing something, let's say a creative content, you can also take that approach to your main job.
Yes.
Because the creativity is really important nowadays to solve problems, and everyone in a full-time job, we are solving problems.
Yeah.
And the creativity gives you that opportunity to approach a problem
Yeah.
in different angles, something like that.
Okay. And as a musician, like, what's that different perspective that you have, like, as an engineer, and that as a musician helps you out? Like, do you see, I'm not 100% how to, like, express this. So, like, in a technical sense, like, do you use something as a musician in your everyday as an engineer, like, trying to, like, break down what you play? Do you, like, as a guitarist, do you use that ideology as an engineer and trying to, like, break
I think it could
stuff?
be more of the understanding of process.
Oh, okay.
More of that, and see the things from a different angle. Because when you're talking of music, we are talking talking about other language, and I think everything could be another language. Just mathematics, it could be another language.
Yeah.
And I think that could be my capacity to solve problems and see matters from different perspectives. I think that could be my main mixed mindset between music industry and engineering.
Okay. And do you use something as an engineer when you're making music?
I think it could be not about engineering, but on my main job, how to talk with people, how to do business. The business part is really important, and I think contracts and everything. Yeah. I think that's my main apport between engineering and music industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a question in my head, but it completely left. Okay. So, and has there been friction at any time between your job and your, like,
that's a really good point. That's a really good point. But how can I say that? It's more like if I have to play, let's say on a Friday in another city, and I have to complete my activities. There's some trouble there, but I always have to keep all my work first and everything. But I think all the day I'm thinking on both, and I think that's my main approach for that. Yeah, just to keep it all together.
Okay. And is that tiring, like, for you? Like, is it hard to, like, keep both instead of, like, concentrating on one?
For me, I think not, because I will say no, because I'm really a hyperactive person. Yeah. And I have to do something every moment. Yeah. And that keeps me really chill in every day. Yeah. Just to have something in my hands or something in my mind. Okay. Yeah. So, like, so basically you enjoy it, basically. Yeah, I enjoy it.
That's good. Okay, so right now, with the whole purpose of, like, what I told you about the podcast, what would you tell anybody that wants to get into like music as a band member or creating a band?
Okay, not for creating a band, but I think in every personal stuff or any personal discipline or job, taking the title of the podcast, I think it will be wise to say that we have to enjoy the process. And it's really important, because what percentage of your life do you think is the, how can I say, crossing the goal or taking the medal of your competition or your main goal? I think it will be 90% the way or the process, and 10% the result of that process. And you're gonna be stressed or sad 90% of your life, and you are only going to enjoy the other 10%. So there's an invitation to everybody to actually enjoy their processes. And I don't know. I think, well, that's all. What about you?
So not well, like having like a little bit of like music industry like experience or like music experience, I would suggest. Well, yeah, I would suggest, if you're trying to do this, like make sure that you're gonna like give in completely, like, or give yourself the time to try and see if you like it first, because like I mentioned this before, like I wanted to be a DJ before, and it was like a lingering thing, but I never really gave it the time, and now I'm like, damn, like I could have probably do something. So like for me, like I would say, like how you said, like get, like not even enjoy the process, like get yourself at the availability to try that process of, like, becoming something that you want to become. In this case, a musician. Like get yourself in as a, get those classes, like try to learn something, try to write, try to get in that industry or get in that like scene. Because first, it's really like, in other experience that I've had, it's really hard to do it alone.
Yeah.
If you jump into like the music scene.
Yeah, and it's good if you have an inspiration or a mentor.
Yeah,
and actually
yeah.
a other person that is in front of you in every part of the process. That would be really helpful.
Yeah, that guides you, because like jumping in alone can be difficult to, like, in any subject. And I believe like that'll be like a good thing to like,
and that's the part of enjoy the process.
Yeah,
I think at this moment every person that is creating something has to understand that we have to be we have to be interdiscipline. We have to be able to jump into very different disciplines. How in music industry, just like in an example, we have to be marketing, social media content, mixing, producing, songwriting, and also video producer. So it's a lot of things to learn.
Yeah, and then this is something that I just like remember that I wanted to ask you. How much have you learned that you did not expect that you were gonna learn, like with going with the band, like, because you're mentioning like video production, music production, like composing, like did you, like right now, would you say like you have your hands like in every of those subjects, like because of this band, or how would you say that you learn all
I think
of that?
I was thinking more into the result, and after that I had to be objective about myself and see what do we need to learn to be on that level.
Got it.
Yeah, so you think about the goal, and after that you have to split in different ways to how to approach that, I think.
Okay.
In my development of musician, it's never been like I want to be a video producer, I want to be a social media manager. Not at all. I just wanted to be out there and playing like Guns N' Roses. Just as I heard when I was 11 years old. So that's all.
So everything else is just completely extra, like of your like.
It's part of the process, and it's part of your way.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just as you. I think. Let's take your example. You wanted to release a podcast. I know you are a video producer. You are an audio mixer producer. And I know you know a lot of stuff for illumination, cameras, and audio.
Yeah.
So,
but like at the end of the day, like I'm just a like
you just want to release your podcast on Spotify.
Yeah. So that's actually something that other people should like just know that. I mean, as you concentrate on doing one single stuff, it's not like completely gonna be that only stuff. Like you're gonna learn a lot of other stuff, like that branches out from that your goal or like that endeavor you're taking. But yeah, like how you said, it's part of the process, and this is like the first time that I'm actually thinking about it. Like it can get overwhelming for other people, and I say this also for me, because part of the podcast is like video editing, audio editing, and like I don't 100% enjoy all of the aspects.
Yeah.
But it's part of me being here and sitting
Yeah.
down talking to you. Like it's part of like the
But
end
you
product.
enjoy the result.
Yeah,
after
like
that.
how you said, like that 10%. But it's something that I had not thought about, because I made the podcast to like learn what people go through. It lights light on what I have not thought about.
And I think you can learn something from everybody. There's been a lot of mentors that I took in consideration in other disciplines. Like there's some musicians that I like the way of the they mindset or their thinking more than the way that they play.
Yeah.
So. Or music directors, or movie directors,
Yeah.
or philosophers, or other people that are creating. You can learn about their mindset and jump into your discipline to develop your talent.
Okay. Now that you're talking about like those inspiration like subjects, like who inspired you to like be a musician, to be like have a band?
I think there's always some bands out there, but I think at this moment, I think my other partners and the effort of my other partners influenced me a lot to go through everything. But if I can put it like just like a few names, I think it will be like the European metal, another how can I say it, classic bands. But after that, I think I'm looking at myself more like an artist, more like more than just a musician, you know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I want to bring there's so many there's like 3 or 4 paths to have transcendence. For some people, the transcendence comes with their name, with their family.
Yeah.
You still not get you still not be forgetted in the history. And for other people are more like the religion stuff,
Yeah.
all their life promises and everything. And there's the part of the art here, and that for me is I want to have a transcendence. I want to be in other country and see other people singing my songs.
Yeah.
There's talking about that, which is sold out or physical copies of our album in Japan like weeks ago. So it's really interesting to see if you are in other part of the world that you really can make something that other people in another country wants. Yeah. And there's a lot of comments there that I hear your music all of my day, and I think that inspires me. And that's the transcendence. That transcendence is my main task here.
Okay. So that's like basically the thing that
My main
makes you.
inspiration, yeah.
All of that. And how does that make you feel? Like people like in another country like listen to like those songs and be like, for example, like selling out in Japan physical copies. Like how does that make you feel?
Physical copies in 2021. That's really weird. I don't know. I always try to keep my feet on the ground and see what's next for me as a musician and with the band. But I think I enjoy a lot of that. More than economic things. And payments and everything. I think it's more like the just to take an example with when we released the featuring between us and the other guy, the guy from Finland, Tony Kako. There's a person in Italy that mixed our song. He took the the vocal track
Yeah.
from our song. I don't know how.
Uh-huh.
And he blend that track with another song that it's actually from the band from Sonata Arctica, the band from Tony Kako. And I was like, you took the time to do that, really? Just to show us how it could be.
Uh-huh.
And I think that really is really inspiring.
Okay, that's because like now how you said like physical copies in 2021, it's really like I cannot like think like, oh, somebody, let's say like somebody in Europe is like listening to this, and I'm like, I would feel really like, wow, like my things are what I'm making is out there. So it's like you having something that it's like listened by somebody like across the ocean, like in Japan, that speaks another language. I cannot even like imagine like how like it's like, damn, like they're doing that, really, like that's how it's gratifying, basically, because you feel that you've done good.
Because you're showing something that it's at the level of that of other bands that they listen. So that's a compliment for me. Accomplishment. Sorry.
And just to like wrap up right now, something that I was thinking about, as a Mexican band based in Mexico, do you feel that there's like an advantage or like a disadvantage of being in Mexico, or is it just like the same? Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's really weird because some people ask us to sing in Spanish because they want to know what the hell these guys are talking about. Yeah, but I don't know. I think English is the key to be able to reach other countries.
Okay.
Just to give you an example there, I think in my genre, there's like the main bands are from Finland.
Yeah.
And even when Finland consumes a lot of that music, they want to reach other countries in the world.
Yeah.
And I think there's I think that's an advantage to sing in English as Mexicans because of the understanding of everybody. That's the language that everybody knows.
Okay.
But also disadvantage, it could be, I don't know, the infrastructure or structural problems about Mexico in so many ways. Like I think we are like 2 or 3 steps behind every other country.
Yeah.
And in music it will be almost the same. Even when we have a lot of talented people.
Okay. So basically, like, no basic. What I understand is like no disadvantage, but like your advantage is that you're from Mexico, but you speak English and you sing in English.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah, because like, and how you said, like, I would imagine like, yeah, like, oh, why are you speaking in Spanish? Like, I mean, you don't have to, first of all, like it's your decision. So I was just interested in that dynamic. So that's, first of all, I'm glad that you're like thinking just like, oh, what's gonna reach out there, and like you're doing it. Like how you said, you've sold out like physical copies in Japan. You have like a tour set up like for 5 countries. That's something that a lot of people do. First of all, it's really interesting. Yeah. So okay, so I usually, just to wrap up, do you want to share your Instagram,
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you to invite me to your podcast. We are Ancestry, and we are on social media, Spotify, Instagram, and Facebook as Ancestry.
Okay.
And that's all. I think that's all.
Okay, I'll add it right here on the video. But for anybody listening, Ancestry, Spotify, Instagram. Do you have Twitter?
Yeah.
Twitter
too.
Facebook, everything.
OnlyFans, everything, bro.
All right. Well, hey, Pablo, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. Thank you for giving us like an aspect of being like, you know, an engineer and a musician. Like, and I'm gonna check you guys out. And I hope everybody that's listening checks you out, guys out. But thank you again for letting me have you in the podcast. Thank you for bringing me to your home. It looks really nice. But yeah, man, thank you for everything. Thank you so
much, brother.
No problem, man.
I want to say hi to your audience too. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening, and have a good one.
Take care, brothers.